Hello guys, welcome to another short video on SharePoint. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how you can create lists and how you can add some data into those lists. As you know, SharePoint lists are similar to database tables like in other databases like SQL or Oracle. In this list, you can add data, create columns, create rows, you can sort them, you can display the content of those, and you can do a lot more using these lists in SharePoint. I'll show you all these features how we can do in SharePoint one by one. First, let's see how we can create a list in SharePoint. To create a list in a SharePoint, you need to go to Site Contents. As you know, there are two types of views in SharePoint. If you are in classic view of SharePoint, you can directly click on new option and you can see there is an option called list, which one you can use to create a new list in SharePoint. Suppose if you are in a classic SharePoint view, you can use the option add an app. Once you click on that option, you will get lot of inbuilt apps which you can use in SharePoint. So currently we are interested in a list. Here you can see there is an option called custom list. Click on it. Then give a name to your list and click on create. You can see a new list has been created here with no data in it. Click on that list to open. By default, SharePoint will create one column, that is title, which is a mandatory column which needs to be filled every time when a new item is added into a list, which I don't want to have a mandatory column in my list. To edit the settings of this list, you can choose the list settings from the top ribbon. Here you can see there is an option called list settings. Click on that one, scroll down, and here you can see the column which is created by SharePoint by default, and here it is mentioned as required. To edit the properties of this one, click on the title. Here you can see there is an option called required that this column contains information. So I don't want to make this column as a mandatory, so I can choose it as no and scroll down and click on OK to save it. If I click on items link here at the top, you will come back to the list. If you want to add the data to this list, you can use this option called edit. Click on that one, then you will get a similar view which is similar to Excel application where you can add content here. So like this, I can add different items within my list. As you can see here, currently we have only one column. To add more columns, you can use this option plus, where you will get different types of columns from which you can choose and add columns. But the recommended way to add columns in our list is go to lists, go to list settings. Then if you scroll down, you can see there is an option called create column, using which you can add a columns in our list. Here you can see there are more data types which we can add in our list. I have a sample data in my local drive which I want to add in a list. For that one, I need to create a different columns because my local data contains three columns. So I want to create three columns here. So the first one is reason. For that one, just click on reason. You can select a single line of text as there is no much data here. If there is a more data in a cell, then you can use multiple line of text. Scroll down and click on OK. If you scroll down now again, here you can see there is a column created by reason. Similarly, I will create two more columns. Second one which I want to add is item. So let me add that one item. This will also be a single line of text as content within that column is very less or short data. Scroll down, I need another column. I will click on create column again. As you can observe, third column which contains some numbers. So the third column which I want to create as number because as the data type is number here. So once you choose that one, click on OK. Now all three columns are created here. I can go back to my list. You can observe three columns has been added into my list. Next step, what I want to do is I want to copy all this data from my local drive to list. For that one, first I will copy this entire data here. Go back to list and click on edit. As first two row already contains data, I can select third row and paste it. As you can observe, data is getting copied one by one into our list. Once it is done, just click on stop to save the data into our list. So these are the simple steps which we can follow to create a new list in our SharePoint and add the data from our local drive to a SharePoint list. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on like button, share it to others and subscribe to my channel.